Hello, I'm going to be talking about chapter one of the workbook Organize His Way. And I read the first chapter a couple of times because it did not sink in. I just really didn't understand how it could apply to me because I don't have a collection of any kind. I don't have dolls or teacups or anything that would be considered a treasure. So I really didn't see how it could be that helpful. So after praying about it, the word treasure stuck in my head. And I realized that was no treasure inside the piles that I've been creating. And then I realized that it was really just a lot of junk. And why would I keep junk in my house? And then I thought about the things that I do treasure. I treasure my home, and I treasure my kids, and I don't want them growing up around junk. I'd like them to be surrounded by treasure. And so I started thinking about places where there is no treasure. And my family comes from the Philippines, and there is this large garbage dump where families have actually started living. And my parents would tell me stories about this place, and I always found it really disturbing. And I realized, to a greatly lesser extreme, my house was becoming a large garbage dump like that place. And so I decided to do something about that. I'd like my house to be a house of treasures. And then later on that day, I was watching the Today Show, and they were talking about trending fashions under $25. And I started thinking, oh, maybe I could use that. Maybe I could use that. And then I realized that I should really be careful about bringing in new stuff into my house because I don't want to bring something that's not a treasure into my home. Then I started thinking about all the things that I have in my house that's not a treasure. And I started wondering, when did I start seeing my house as not a place full of treasures? And when did I start seeing myself as a person who didn't need treasures or to be treasured? And so it kind of surprised me. That was my big aha moment. and I just went around my house and I started looking at things, wondering, is that a treasure? Is that a treasure? And then I got out the garbage bag and I started putting things into it. I'm like, well, this isn't a treasure, so I put it inside the bag and then quickly decluttered quite a bit by doing just that. And that was the first chapter. So anyhow, it was a great chapter to work with, and I was really looking forward to chapter 2.